Thank you viewers for stopping by. I remain Tutor Cletus Okoli. In this math class, we want to look at this Olympiad math question where we are given x to the power of x to the power of 3 equal to 256. Beautiful. So let's dive in. It is not going to be long. Watch till the end. I am given to find the value of x, what x represents. But this question, x to the power of x to the power of 3 equal to 256. Okay? First and foremost, I want to put 256 in index form. I want to put 256 in index form. In other words, let me put it as a power function, and that is going to be 2 base 2. I will get it as 2 to the power of 8. Because if I multiply 2 8 times, I will get 256. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 will give me 64, 64 times 2 will give me 128, and 128 times 2 will give me 256. So I will now write x to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 8. The next one I will do, this is my first step. The next one I will do, I want to multiply both powers by 3. I will multiply both powers by 3, and that is going to give me x to the power of x to the power of 3 multiplied by power 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 8 all multiplied by 3. Beautiful. Now, with this now, I will move on. Like I said, it's not going to be too long. There is a law in indices that says if I have 2, or rather, if I have x to the power of p into the power of q, that is still the same thing as x to the power of pq. That is, both of them will multiply. And they also, it is still equal to x to the power of qp, because multiplication is commutative. That means 2 times 3 is equal to 3 times 2. Alright? So if I have p multiply q, it is the same as x raised to the power p times q, or x raised to the power q times p. By that, I can now possibly multiply these two powers, and they also can interchange their positions. And this means that from this question, what I will now have next is, I want to switch it. It is going to be 3 multiply x to the power of 3, which is now x to the power 3x to the power 3. That is, I have multiplied the powers, since the law says it is possible. And by the right hand side, I can switch it. Since x to the power of pq is the same thing as x to the power of qp, I can now switch it from the right hand side and have it as 2 to the power of 3 or to the power of 8, because pq is equal to qp. Beautiful. So looking at this, I move on, and from here, I can write it this way: x to the power of 3, everything also to the power of x to the power of 3, because we said that pq is equal to qp. Alright? Meaning that I can, what I have here is 3 multiply x to the power of 3. So, as I have it here by that law of indices, product law of indices, it is still 3 multiplied by x to the power of 3. Alright? And it is equal to, of course, you can see with me here that 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, or to the power of 8, because 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. That is, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, 8. Now, Looking at what I have now, you can see it is not too long. We are almost at the answer. And what does it mean? You can see that here inside the bracket I have x to the power of 3, and has also outside the bracket the power of x to the power of 3. The same thing by the right hand side, I have inside the bracket 8 to the power 3. I can now simply say that inside the bracket, which is the base, is equal to the 8 by the right hand side inside the bracket, which is also the base. And outside the bracket, which is the power of, by the right hand side, the power x to the power of 3 is the same thing as equal to the power by the right hand side, which is 8. So x to the power of 3 is equal to 8. The power x to the power of 3 is also equal to the power 8. We can now conclude and write that x to the power 3 is equal to 8. Either you are taking it as base or you are taking it as power. And by this we can simply say that x therefore is equal to the cube root of 8. And this is going to give us x equal to 2. Final answer. Let us test our result. Test result. Okay. Now, if I substitute the value of x in equal to 2 in the position of x, you see that x to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to 256. Meaning that 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 3 is it equal to 256? That is the question. Now, you can see that 2 to the power of 3 is 8. And also 2 to the power of 8 is equal to 256, because 2 to the power of 8 is 256, which is equal to 256. Thank you for watching this video to the end. May God bless you.
Na mbụ agwara m mmadụ sị